Hey guys, Tenacious Thunderbird here, and today we're going to talk about Slytherin House. That's right, everyone's favorite green and silver serpent. Now, you're probably going to be asking yourself, why are we talking about Slytherin House? First of all, it's Monday, where's the magic? Second of all, Slytherin. So, I want to start things off with Slytherin really isn't that bad of a house. I mean, let's talk about it, like real talk for half a second. What's wrong with being ambitious? All right, what's wrong with being cunning? Let's look at the work environment. Let's look at the workforce in modern society. Who are the ones who usually get promotions? Who are the ones who usually rise to power? The ambitious and the cunning. The people who think, okay, this is a position I want. How do I get to this position? Who do I need to talk to? How do I get to this position? There's nothing wrong with it. That is self preservation. There's nothing wrong with that. We as humans do it. Animals do it. We do what's best for us. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's one of Slytherin's biggest attributes is cunning and I don't want to say a lust for power, but you want to make something of yourself. And what better house to be than a house where everyone wants to aspire to be the best. Now, I admit that would probably cause some, complications, but you're going to get that in anything. There's going to be some form of competition. So that's where the cunning needs to come in. You need to be smarter than your opponents. You need to be smarter than your friends in order to get to this position that you want. Another thing that we need to talk about with Slytherin House. How many bad witches or wizards did Slytherin really produce? I mean, let's just cross out the Death Eaters. Let's admit it, they would only be there because of Voldemort. I don't think we'd have an evil organization in the wizarding world if it wasn't for Tom Riddle's rise to power. The only other real dark Slytherin that we really have to know, that we really know about, is Salazar Slytherin himself. That's basically it. Those are the only two real dark witches and wizards that we've really had produced. I mean, yes, they're magical racists, anti-muggle, well, anti-non-magic cis. I don't know what to call them, but they're anti. I mean, yes, that's a horrible thing to do. You shouldn't hate someone because they're different from you, but I don't think we'd have nearly as many Death Eaters or really any Death Eaters had it not been for Voldemort. Because honestly, I feel like they would just be, oh, I'm better than you because I'm a magical person, or oh, I'm a pureblood. I'm better than you. So if anything, they're just arrogant. And I mean, yeah, arrogant people kind of suck, but in some degree, we're all arrogant about something. I'm better than you. And time to get into a little bit more emotional side of things. I'm talking to you, to the people who are watching this, who are like, oh, you're a Slytherin. Oh, you must be a Death Eater. Not entirely true. Not entirely true. Because let's think about this for a second. You're 11 years old. You're terrified because you're in this new environment surrounded by nobody you know. Maybe you have a cousin. Maybe you magically have a twin. And you're enduring this thing together. Maybe one of your childhood friends, you both got your acceptance letter to Hogwarts. But you're in a new environment. You're just as terrified as the other 11-year-olds. And you're hearing about the pros and cons to each house, and then someone's like, "Ugh, Slytherin, right? Bunch of jerks, bunch of morons, bunch of losers. They suck." And you're sitting here trembling, terrified. Looking around at the older kids who could probably blow you up if they really wanted to. I'm sure they could. Your name finally gets called, and the hat gets put on your head, and this one anyhow just yells, "Slytherin!" You're now labeled as a horrible person. That's horrible. And it's not just the kids who label the Slytherins as a horrible person. The teachers do it. I'm sorry, but the teachers even say that the Slytherins are the bad people, that they're inherently evil purely because of the house they're in, which I think is moronic. No, I'm not a Slytherin. If you look into to my I'm a Wizard video, which was a hilarious video, by the way, I'm a Ravenclaw. But let's go into the books for now. All the teachers wanted Slytherin to lose. Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff wanted Slytherin to lose basically every competition. Dumbledore, first of all, I love Dumbledore. He's probably one of my favorite people in the entire book series. But first book, he he intentionally gives Gryffindor enough points to beat Slytherin, despite the fact that they broke thousands, okay, I don't want to say thousands, but tons of school rules just to beat Slytherin. I'm sorry, but that's a low blow. That is a low blow, bro. I could say this. I can English. And let's jump. Battle of Hogwarts. You're now in this really tough situation. You're surrounded by teachers and students who thinking that you're an absolute horrible person your entire life, well, not your entire life, but since the moment that hat was put on your head and the hat yelled Slytherin, person. Now you're in this situation where, okay, I can either join my family who are potentially Death Eaters and be with them, or I can, fight to protect the school and the students, having no one on my side having my back, thinking that I'm going to curse them, that I'm going to betray them, that I'm going to kill them the moment their back is turned. I can't even imagine what kind of situation that would, how I would react in that situation. I mean, um, I grew up in a roughly similar situation, not because of a school setting that I was in, but with like my own family, just because I had a different philosophy or different mindset than the rest of them. It was sort of like, okay, I don't trust you, you don't trust me, sort of scenario. But anyway, we're not going to talk about my life. We're going to talk about Slytherin House and their lives. But now being in a situation where you have this, obviously group of horrible people who are saying, hey, come join us. We're going to right the wrongs that have been thrown at you and basically everyone you know in your own family for hundreds of years, purely because of the house that you're in. We're going to right these wrongs that have been thrown at you. We're going to make the bullies pay for mistreating you and not treating you with the respect you deserve as a basic human being. Or you join the obviously the good guys, but having the good guys, keeping a sneak eye on you because, again, they don't think that you are a good person. Even in the books, like, I don't even think Slytherin was given a chance to, like, defend themselves or even have, like, a chance to say, hey, I'm gonna fight to protect Hogwarts. If I remember correctly, like, most of the Slytherin students, like, got up to, leave the school. But in the movies, they're thrown in the dungeon. They didn't even have a choice. McGonagall didn't even give them a choice. Like, all right, you, all of you with the green and silver ties with the snaky snake. Dungeon. Right down there. Prison. Prison. Even Aberforth Dumbledore is like, you know what? Children. We should hold them hostage. You know why? Because they're a Slytherin. We gotta hold them for leverage. Now, I understand it is a war, and sometimes you have to make, some kind of dark decisions for arguably the greater good. But the greater good is a subjective matter. Like, what's going to be great for the purebloods and the Death Eaters is going to be horrible monstrosity for non-magic folk, mudbloods, half-bloods, which 90% of the Death Eaters were. Looking at you, Tom Riddle, you half-blood faker. You're not pure blood. But guys, anyway, I don't think that Slytherin deserves nearly as much flack as they get. So if you know a Slytherin, give them a hug. They deserve it. They deserve hugs. If you have a cupcake or any other form of baked good, give it to them. Alright? Because even if they do turn out to be a jerk and want to slaughter thousands of innocent people for their own power, you might be safe because you're off in that cupcake. Think about that. Guys, that's it for this video. Sorry it's been so long since my last upload. Crossing my fingers, I'm going to be uploading more. Guys, do you want me to talk about another Hogwarts house in the next video? Leave a comment down the top. Well, sorry, just got done watching Super Car Little Brother video. Leave a comment what you want to see in the next video down in the comment section. I will see you in the next video.